All right, let's dive into something really profound today. We're going to explore this spiritual concept called Param Shanti, which translates to supreme peace. We're going to break down what it really is, how it's believed to work, and this incredible idea that it could be a key to not just personal, but maybe even universal transformation. Our source material kicks off with a question that I think everyone can relate to. We live in a world with so much stuff, so many opportunities, and yet for so many people, there is this feeling that something's just missing, a deep sense of dissatisfaction. So what's that all about? Well, the way our source material looks at this, it's not a material problem at all. It's a spiritual one. It's framed as this deep inner quest, a search being carried out by the soul itself, which kind of feels lost and disconnected from its true home. And this is where it gets really interesting. The material makes a key distinction. The soul isn't just looking for happiness. I mean, happiness is great, but it comes and goes, right? This search is for something way deeper, a state of being that the soul has lost, but has this gut instinct, this memory that it's supposed to have. It's a search for profound peace. So what is the state it's looking for? This gets to the very core of the problem's diagnosis. The soul isn't trying to find something new or something outside of itself. It's actually trying to get back to its own original, forgotten nature. And here's our key term, Param Shanti. This isn't just a feeling of calm you try to find in meditation. It's defined as the soul's factory setting, its true essence from the very beginning. So it's not something you have to get, it's something you have to remember. Okay, so if this is our true nature, why don't we feel it all the time? Well, the explanation given is that through lifetime after lifetime of experiences, of sorrow, of negativity, the soul has gotten clouded. It's like a perfect mirror that's been covered in layer after layer of dust. It has basically forgotten its own true, peaceful identity. To make this even clearer, our source draws a really fascinating comparison. A lot of us have heard of Om Shanti. It's often about invoking the power of deities like Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, powers within a single universe. Param Shanti, on the other hand, is completely different. It's not about asking for power from the outside. It's about waking up the soul's own original power, which is said to connect it to the limitless energy of all universes, something called the Behad. So you can see the shift, right? It's from an external request to an internal awakening. So this brings us to the solution. If the soul has just forgotten who it is, how do you remind it? Well, the phrase Param Shanti itself is presented as the tool. It's a mantra, a key, designed to reawaken the soul and remind it of its true nature. So when someone thinks or says Param Shanti over and over, it's not just an empty repetition. The source claims it's like flicking a switch. It sends a vibration to the soul that reminds it of its original state. It starts generating this powerful positive energy. It begins to draw in supreme light and power, and it kicks off this whole chain reaction of transformation. So how does that actually work? Right. How can a single thought possibly create such a massive chain reaction? It sounds a little out there, but the source material actually breaks down the mechanics of this transformation, and it all comes down to one thing: vibrations. And this lays it out perfectly. It starts with just one thought, right? An intention. That creates a vibration. This vibration first works on the causal body. You can think of that as the soul's hard drive, where all the deep-seated imprints are stored. As that begins to change, the new vibration flows to the subtle body, our energetic field, and the state of that energy field is what creates our aura. Finally, that peaceful aura radiates outward, literally changing the vibrations of the atmosphere around us. It's an incredible ripple effect from one tiny thought to the entire world around you. And this just hammers home a really central point in our source material. A thought is not just some passive thing that happens in your head. It's an action. It's a form of karma. So generating a thought of Param Shanti is considered a powerful act of peace, an act that creates peaceful karma and starts a real, tangible change. So what's the end game here? Where does this whole journey of remembrance and transformation ultimately lead? The source describes it as achieving a state of supreme bliss. The peak of this journey is described with the classic term Sat Chit Ananda. Let's break that down. It's the moment when the mind, or chit, has a breakthrough. It fully and completely realizes the supreme truth, or sat, of the soul's true, peaceful nature. And the result of that mind-blowing realization is ananda, a state of pure, unshakable, supreme bliss. But it doesn't stop there. The source takes this idea and gives us one final, amplified tool. this isn't just for finding personal peace. It's presented as a Mahamantra, a great mantra for universal transformation. The idea here is basically to turn up the volume on those powerful, peaceful vibrations we've been talking about, to create an impact that goes way beyond just one person. And here it is. The Mahamantra translates to the supreme, supreme, supreme great peace of the unlimited is. Now, according to the text, chanting this over and over is said to just profoundly fill not only you, but the entire atmosphere around you with the vibrations of this ultimate peace. It lets you experience it and radiate it out to everyone and everything else. And that brings us to the end. The source material leaves us with this really powerful thought to chew on. What if transforming our world doesn't start with all the big, external actions we think it does? What if it truly begins with the smallest, most fundamental thing there is, a single, conscious, peaceful thought? Something to contemplate.